What's good, my anime people? What is good, yo? Guys, I honestly am concerned about this girl and her father not knowing what the heck is gonna happen. It honestly feels like we're about to see something pretty brutal here soon with the supposed execution soon of this guy who really was just kind and nothing but like nice to everybody in the village. So to see him in this position now is pretty messed up just for the main reason of finding out like he has been doing everything he was doing, but for some odd reason he is a big uh, like a big target, or at least a name worth noting, right? Like he is someone who is, by capturing him or by doing anything in the grand scheme of taking him out, you're doing a big justice for Orochi, I guess, you know? Uh, the leader of Wano. So, it's interesting that this has come to the light as of right now, because as I see it, I'm definitely interested in just knowing where certain aspects of the story is gonna go, because not only in One Piece do like random characters like this can hold a big plot point together, but it feels like he clearly went out of his way to do some thievery. Ever since he had saw or explained to us exactly like what the heck the flyer actually means, like why the phoenix there, or like why the certain birds are there, why the moon's there, and stuff like that. He had a good understanding of why it was that way. And it was a pretty telling sign that he knew a lot about it. And if he did have something to do with it, it wouldn't be too hard to explain that he is, right? Because he's already showed quite a bit of knowledge of the symbols and what they could mean as a whole. But with that being said, he then goes out of where he was with everybody and ends up in this like heist type deal last week's episode, and it led into this one, giving us a better understanding. Cat, please. Um, give us a better understanding of just why or what could be possible in the future for what he was just doing in general. Um, and here's my grandiose scheme, or like my thought process of it is, I think just by the way he was talking, he wants them to believe he is the one who was orchestrating the movement for the flyers, right? So now, if you have someone like him taking the fall and winding up having the big moment of clarification of just like, okay, we killed the leader of this, this rival, not rival, but this potential rebellion. Now that the rebellion leader's down, maybe people will, get in line and start to listen better. And I'm pretty sure he knows better than anyone that um, with his death, or at least with his execution, there are going to be people that are going to be angry. There's going to be people that are not going to trust the head of Wano, or at least, for example, anybody who has to do with this execution and wants it to happen simply out of just knowing or getting information about this guy. Not to mention the fact that he was like tortured for a good like full night. Um, so it's kind of crazy to think that the only thing he wanted the people to understand while they were doing that to him is the fact of the matter is to acknowledge who he was. Acknowledge me, and like once you acknowledge who I am, then you'll be able to, move forward and do whatever else, tell your boss about me. But if you don't, this is who I am, and you're going to have to keep beating the crap out of me until you actually accept it, pretty much. Which was an interesting way of going about this, I feel. Um, but as a whole, I'm definitely interested in where this is going to go because I was not expecting this outcome for a character who's so goofy and loving and was just wanting to hang out with everybody in the village just to hang out with them or to make them smile. He was doing it for like potatoes or something along those lines. Um, it kind of just showcases even a person like him is not safe when it comes down to living in Wano and just trying to, get by with being nice and doing whatever. Now it's going to be pretty eye-opening to know that even the nicest of people can still be treated like criminals, even though he did do a criminal thing by, going in and trying to steal whatever the heck he was trying to steal. So there you go. He put himself in a position where he's just not some person to be laughing at or to be laughing with. All of a sudden he goes and tries to steal something, and it puts him in the eye of the people of Wano and in a bad way, which then showcases us how desperate or how much different stuff they don't want getting out of the capital or out of the castle. So very, very scary stuff. And the only person who seemingly is the most like scared for this to happen is her daughter, which is this girl who can't even stop smiling even at the fact of the notion that her father is about to be executed. She is crying like ridiculously, and she still is smiling all about it. So clearly something has happened to her to a point where she literally can't stop smiling, and because of this, you kind of get thrown off of what her actual emotions are, which is really sad. Imagine being the saddest and frantic and scared as you ever been, but the whole time you have to keep a smile on your face because of something that's happened to you, because that doesn't seem normal at all. This is just like some weird thing that these people adapt like over time or something. But even then, there's only so many people like her or that I've seen smiling like her, and it's her father is one of them. So maybe it's just like her family gene. I don't know, but to see someone crying like that and not really being able to stop is concerning. So hopefully we get an answer to that, and hopefully she can bypass whatever the heck that is, because that sucks, man. Like, I couldn't imagine. I just couldn't imagine, like, not being able to showcase your emotion on your face, but more or less your actions have to showcase everything. Crying, um, yelling, being just scared, telling people how you truly feel. That's the only way you can actually express yourself at that point in time where she's at, and that's super sad to me. So we'll see how all this plays out. Zoro is the one who kind of is like watching over her at this point, so I'm guessing if anything happens with her running out and being wanted, Zoro's gonna have to be the one to handle all this, hence why I picked him. And I hope you guys are having an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be when you watch this. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I will definitely talk to you sooner than later. So let me know what you're feeling about One Piece, and I'll talk to you in the comments. Alright, peace.